Alright, so this is just like a random work stream that I have some things I want to do today. Is mainly the NPCs. I want to give them some more story little snippets. Although this first thing I'm doing here is just something I've wanted to do for a while. I don't like how the pizza quest is so hard to get. You need to get both chefs and the scientist rescued to even like spark the event. So I'm gonna add another trigger for it. Just probably did this. Check pizza. Actually, it's not. Shouldn't go in the init. This should go in added area. Because then we want to remove it later. We want to make sure we clean up our events handlers. Do I not have any of these? I do. Okay. Remove that listener. Pizza. So all we want is this. I'm gonna have to replace these with. That's the one annoying thing about XML is ampersand, which is very common in coding, needs to be escaped. But I do like how almost everything, all the game logic for Ground Zero is in XML. Like the rendering and some like time sensitive stuff is hard coded that you can't really change, but modders will be able to have huge control of the game. Alright, so basically, if you gain the, if you gain the grow milk from the scavenger recipe, then any chef will be able to spawn the pizza quest. So this would make it, instead of having to require 2 chefs and a scientist, all I need is 1 chef and 1 scientist and the scientist. It'll still be like not the easiest quest to spark, but where are you, chef? Oh, you are. And he doesn't have the exclamation point above his head. Oh, haha. I need to actually check pizza at some point. I got a ping? Oh, Natalie. Yep, okay. Yeah. And it's, oh yeah, it's visible on the store page now too. That's good. Broadcasting. Alright, so let's reload this and hopefully it'll run the check. Yeah, now he has an exclamation point above his head. And if I talk to him, he'll give me the quest. But first I want to make sure I didn't break the original quest handler. So let me get my code to jump to the other chef. So if I wake this chef up, I already have milk. He should give me the quest immediately. And that's just the old way of getting the quest. Wake all survivors. We got a pizza quest. Yeah. That's fine. Alright. So that was the original quest. So now if we go to this save, I have the chef, and I have the scientist, but not the second chef. And see, he has an exclamation point in his head because he'll actually give me that quest now. Now we can make milk. I was thinking it was time to expand our menu. How about pizza? 1 pound and 6 slices. And we get the pizza quest. And then the oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That was another one of the snippets I added. So see how the electronics lab is connected to the storehouse? So he likes that. But that one doesn't give me an exclamation point because it's not an important quest. So the other thing I want to test is when you first wake up an NPC, when you already have the scientist. I think this save is a good one for that. So in this save, nope, wrong save. I should probably label these better. Alright, so this save has the scientist and nobody else. But the scientist is, and one chef is all you need. So yeah, I can make milk. So if I go to a chef and wake him up, he'll do a standard opening. He gives me the kitchen blueprints. Oh, he should have the exclamation point now. He should be... if I reload the game, it's going to give me an exclamation point, isn't it? So yeah, when he first wakes up, he needs to check that. Wait, that area does check it. So that was something I wanted to test. Oh, it's because he has an event. So we also need to change the check pizza when the event changes. We're having two musics copying. Sorry about that. I have the music playing in a separate window because otherwise it would be fiddling all over the place. Alright, so when the event changes, we're going to need to check pizza because after you're done talking with him, he can then add the event where he couldn't before. So, let's quick tile, reload the game. This save it was. Jump to him. Okay. So this time he should have an exclamation point above his head right away, and I can get the quests after waking him. And he has absolutely no exclamation point. The exclamation points are a new feature. They're really cool, but they're also like a little fiddly. If I what happens if I talk to him? Where are you? Why are you running away? Oh, it's because I'm talking. Let's try it again, because oh, that was... Oh, yeah. That's a secret track. I'm going to hide that for now. It's from the original game, but it's also in the in a secret area in this game. So it's working. The only thing is we aren't getting an exclamation point. Oh. We're going to need to... No, that should update the quest marker. So it is calling check pizza and giving that, just not giving the exclamation point. Where is the exclamation point code? As long as he's not home and he has the thing, and this updates, yeah, it should update when you change the event. Yeah, okay. Let's have this. Let's pause it here, because this is where it should have happened. storage, get event, get. Yeah, so it did fire changing it to pizza, so it's just the only issue is that the exclamation point isn't showing up. So if we fired and it's at home, I'm assuming it's false, right? Yeah. So if I do that, then yeah. So that's very it is setting the string. I thought the end of the world that he doesn't get it immediately. Quest indicator. So in the listener, update quest indicator, peak event. It's interesting. So I think what we need to do is just see what's going on here. And yeah, that's all we can do. I might just say this is an okay bug that he doesn't give the quest right away. He has to go to the bunker first. But I just want to check this before I say it's an okay bug to keep. So here we are. So, it's because. Wait, quest. That's something different, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, you know what? He goes home. He comes out, and then he'll have the exclamation point above set. Yes, I'm gonna say that's good. If you happen to talk to him, I'll give it to you. Pizza. Oh, another thing I did recently that was cool is I added little animations when you hover over the things you want to build, the structures. So now if we go to the second other chef and wake him up, he used to give you the pizza quest. But since you already have it, you should skip it. Yep. So it's kind of like short conversation, but that's fine. All right. And okay. So that's the pizza stuff. Oh, is this up here? Alright, so now the next story event I want to add. I'll do if someone dies. It's kind of funny. So let's go back here. So this is going to be oh, I can cross that off my list. Okay. So I have this get event, where I can put events in and add little snippets. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm gonna put, if an NPC dies, that's more important than their work. So if get dead NPCs is more than 0, and we haven't already seen this, so we're only gonna do this the first time. I thought about having like every time an NPC died, like they get more and more nervous, but I think it's just the first time is good enough. And this is gonna have a flag NPC dead. Yeah. Okay. I think we just event NPC dead and return. Alright. We don't need any other checks, it's just if there's someone dead, we can run the event. Alright. And now I have to write the event. NPC dead. And I actually already wrote the actual text of this, I'm just putting it in game now. So first, we're gonna, might as well copy all of this. It's basically the same thing. So, alright. But instead of connect work, it's gonna be NPC, actually, so, NPC dead 2. This will be pi. And since someone's dead, maybe expression will be sad. Now this has to be a little different here, because I need to actually get the name of the person who died. Snippets dot. Name. And now I just have to actually get their name. So get that array of people who died. NPCs. We know it's going to have at least one person in it because length is greater than 0. Just whoever the first one is. And this is just a string, I believe, that returns. Yeah. So we actually need to turn this string into an object. Character. And every character has a name. Yeah. Alright, so with a little luck, I didn't make anything wrong. I have to put the actual text in. So this does go in core because you can kill people in the demo. One, two, anything else I want to do here? Okay. That looks all good to me. So, whatever happened to whatever their name is? And Pi with his sad expression will be, they died. It was very sad. Alright, let's try this out. Alright, so, ooh, where am I? If I talk to you, you should have nothing to say. Yep. But now, let's say I kill someone. How about you? Sorry, Sesame. Sesame has died, so now if I talk to her again. Whatever happened to Sesame? They died. It was very sad. And that's just, yeah, all these little things are. Pretty easy to put in. I remove that trace, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, so we have connecting work, NPC death. I want to add one when you first build the uranium generator. So once again, we're going to go back to NPCs. Where is NPCs? Oh no. NPC. There. So we're going to, so the uranium generator, I think we can put it after. So generator. I think I just have to get the recipe of each of the generators and see which one has uranium generator. Oh no, fuel uranium. So yeah, it's... Let me copy this somewhere else for a sec. Get it. Alright. So, for this dot area dot get all by ID generator. Actually, you know, someone in the mod might make something that's not a generator ID, so maybe I'll say for all objects. In this area, objects. So if the object has the recipe set to uranium, even if it's not a generator I made, it's gonna kick this event off. Whatever it is, whatever the idea is, if it has a recipe set to fuel uranium, I think this event is safe to fire. Fuel uranium. Oh, we probably should have a flag for it too, because I don't want it to happen for once. Actually, no, I'm going to flip this, because the flag is very quick to check, and get dead NPCs, you do have to... It does require some work to figure out how many NPCs are dead. Alright. So similarly, if not... So if you don't have the fuel uranium flag, it'll check every single object, and if anyone has the fuel uranium fuel set, then you'll fire this event. That sounds like it will work. So now I think to make the event. We'll set fuel uranium to true at the end. And let's see what dialogue we have. We have there's no complicated having to get the name this time. There's 4 lines of dialogue though. What should Pi's expression be? I think just neutral. It's funny dialogue, but I don't think Pi is trying to be happy or sad about this. Oh no, actually this first one could have a smile. Okay. Now we have to add the text in. Let's run that. This can actually show the item. Is it safe to have a uranium reactor so close to the base? I don't actually know how close it is, but maybe the player put it really far away. Who knows? It's nowhere dangerous being stuck in a cave with poor airflow that could collapse any minute. The coal fumes trapped underground are dangerous too. Cheery thought. Alright. Now we just have to test that. Oh, you know what's interesting? What I might need to change. If you set the fuel to uranium, even if it doesn't have any uranium, that's actually probably not a good idea. I mean, I might as well test it, but... Yeah, so the potential issue with this is even if you have no uranium and no way of getting uranium, you can still go to a generator and set its recipe to uranium. And that will fire the event even though there's actually no uranium. Well, I mean, I think that's actually probably fine. I could check if there's uranium in the generator, but like you already, yeah, it's... I think I'm just gonna accept that. Like, I could add a check for what inventory the generator has, but I feel like if you're planning on making uranium, if you set it to uranium, it's like you're trying to make one, even if you don't have the uranium yet. So I think that's a fair. But what has priority? The workplace has priority. That's fine. So you have connect work, uranium generator, and NPC death. So I want to do a worker bot one, teleporter one, and a milk tree one. Let's do the milk tree one because that's. Oh, I do need to make sure the milk tree cannot fire for the scientist because she's the one who gives you the milk trees. All right. So now once again I have options for how to do this check. I could just say like if you have milk trees somewhere, or if you have milk in the storehouse, or if you just have unlocked milk, even if you've never grown any, but then that would be a little weird. I think I'll do the same kind of check as before, just if there's a hydroponics that has a milk tree growing in it, even if it hasn't grown any milk yet, I think it's safe to fire this event. So I think it's just, if recipe is grow milk. It doesn't really matter what the structure is. If you're growing milk, you're growing milk, and grow milk. So if someone wants to make like a super powerful extra hydroponics, it'll still fire this. But the one trick here is this.info.id doesn't equal. Now this modders won't be able to work around easily, but that's fine. The scientist specifically will never ask because the scientist knows exactly where it came from. She's the one who gave it to you. All right, so if we're not a scientist and we have any hydroponics that's growing milk, or any structure that's growing milk, doesn't even have to be hydroponics, then we'll fire this grow milk event, which is just 2 lines. Oh. And this is actually the player this time who says this. Okay. Where is my text document? Here. No, that's the full one. Where is all this milk coming from all of a sudden? Are we raising cows down here, which is a kind of ridiculous thought since we're underground? And the player just says, you're better off not knowing. That's kind of funny. Alright. Let's close some of these tabs. You know, I'm just gonna close others and then open NPCs. Okay. Alright, so to reload this, this is growing milk. But you're the scientist. You should say nothing about this. Good, good, good. So now we need another save that has someone who's not more than just a scientist. I think this save has the scientist and someone else. Yes. So we go to... Here's my hydroponics. It's growing meat trees right now. So you see nothing about this. Oh, the one problem with this save... Okay. You know, that's interesting. He knows we can make milk before he's like, where's the milk? Oh, actually, it's okay. He could say, now, wait. Yeah, that's fine. I'll accept that, actually. He knows we're getting milk, but he doesn't know where it's coming from. And then later he thinks to question, where is it coming from? Where'd you go? Oh, here you are. Where is all this milk coming from all of a sudden? Are we raising... No, I think this event has to happen before the pizza quest. off not knowing. Oh, I didn't properly clear. So, yeah, I think we want to be very careful with that chef. Let's go chef. It's a good thing I added this event first because I saw that that didn't make a lot of sense. So I think I'll just do if you have the milk thing. Oh, you know what? No. Yeah, actually. This can actually be, you only get the exclamation point once you have the grow milk flag. I think that actually makes more sense. So instead of having the recipe, it's only once he's talked to you about, oh no, we have milk, or someone has, doesn't have to be him, that he will give you the pizza quest. And then we just have to have check pizza. Instead of when you get the recipe, it has to fire this when the flag changes. So what is the event for the flag change? Actually, no. Go to game state. Of course, I don't fire an event. That is perfect. Well, so change flag. Okay. I mean, this is something that's pretty obvious you need to dispatch an event for. I don't know why I never did. Anything else like that? Yeah, dispatch events for achievements. Like, should have been obvious. Alright, anyways. This has to now rebuild, unfortunately. While that builds, it's now this.state change flag. And I will have to close the game for that. So while that builds, is there anything else I should work on? So that's milk tree. I guess I can start the teleportal. Just remind me I have to test the milk tree and the pizza interplay. It's almost done building anyways. But now I just want to test if there's, should it be if there's a teleportal or if there's a teleportal nearby? I think nearby makes more sense. Let's test. I think this save is one that would be best. He has nothing to say. Nothing to say. Good, good. We add milk. You should still have nothing to say because you're the scientist. And stop eating Alfredo. Okay. Where is all this milk coming from all of a sudden? Are we raising cows down here? You're better off not knowing. And now he should get, yes, an exclamation point. And I talked to him? Now I can make milk. I was thinking it's time to expand our menu. Perfect. Yay. Now if we load this save with lots of NPCs. Oh, now we want to make milk higher priority though, because that actually has a quest attached to it now. He should talk about this Like, well, not if someone's dead. Someone's dead is more important, but anything else. Yeah, so he's talking about everything. What? They're not. Oh, is that save not growing any milk anywhere? Well, we can change that very easily. So if we talk to you. And like, perfect. So. And then, it's interesting there's no milk being grown here. So now the pizza quest, you do have to start growing milk. And you do have to talk to NPC, but any NPC will do. And you'll get the exclamation point. Yeah, so I think that looks good. Okay. So on to the teleportal. I think if you have completed the quest, you've got a teleportal up and running somewhere. So I think that's a good enough check for this. Quest teleportal. So if you have the blueprint. Date and the ID. And the ID is teleport blueprint. And we only want to talk about this once, so we have a flag teleportal, and we have the blueprint. We don't have I'm not using that flag of mine. Maybe I should just do NPC portals to be safe. Then we're gonna run the event. Teleportal. This is another short event, like this. Teleportal. Maybe I should call it NPC portal to be consistent with the flag. Portal is true. Yeah, so this is a pie. Another pie. I think this one should actually be sad unless I'm happy. Pie is kind of like little, very, very fast to switch expressions. All right. There's 3 of these. Do that. So, I see you got a teleportal up and running. Does that mean you can return to the surface? And then pie being sad. Nope. All surface teleportals are no longer functioning. But we can build a new network to zoom around their base. Isn't that great? Yeah, I think that's kind of cool. And the only other thing I want to do is I want to have the color for the teleportal instead of this. Alright. What do I say? Yeah. Well, that should be plural. can build a new teleporter network to zoom around our base. Isn't that great? Yeah, pie. I like teleporter networks. They're fun. And you have the pizza quest. Second trigger. Happy about the... I think it's all snippets, yep. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to see... So you won't see anything unless you have the blueprint. Yeah, it's weird because since I'm adding them now, all of the snippets come up at once because these saves have a lot of stuff going on with them. Whereas later, when you're actually normally playing the game, they'll come up as you play, and so they won't all show up at once like this, hopefully. You can teleport up already. Teleportal. And the only thing that's a little strange is this doesn't have. As soon as you find the teleportal, you activate it, and even if you haven't built a single teleportal, let's go back down. That'll account for this snippet. All right. There we are. Oh. So someone asks, he didn't realize it was made in Hacks, and was Aground also made in Hacks? And yes, it was. I've been working in Hacks ever since I stopped using Flash and switched to OpenFL, but then I got kind of frustrated with OpenFL and obviously for 3D stuff, and kind of switched to Ka, which is what I'm currently using. But it's all in Hacks, and it also, you might notice I do a lot of XML coding, because one, I don't have to recompile the game. Two, it's nice for modders. Aground had some of this XML stuff. You could do a lot with it, but Aground 0 and Starlander are a lot more. You can... the entire NPC logic is right here. All in the XML, these functions, pathfinding. So, you could literally create entire NPC logic. So, I'm excited to see what people do with mods. The only trick with modders for Ground Zero is that while you can put 2D sprites and billboards in game, if you want something that looks nice, you probably have to do 3D modeling. Alright. So, that is the teleportal. We got Milk Tree. Alright, so I think the only one left is the worker bot. Connect to work, NPC portal, generator, milk, dead. Alright. So this I'm actually going to do as a quest. Which I already made the dummy thing with just a to-do in it. Yeah. So it needs something like pizza, so let's, in fact, copy our pizza completion. Work with that. Where's... Why did this tab close? Alright. So, this isn't really a snippet, it's a quest. It's actually our other I think I put this in the professor because technically it's Pi who gives you. Actually, I can make it a Pi. Okay. Oh, so we do need something. We need something special if we don't have a bunker. Alright, let me write that down. So we don't have a bunker. And we also need a version if you don't have any NPCs to talk to. Actually, you know what? I can just do these first 2 lines of text, regardless of whether there's a bunker or not. Okay. And instead of bunker, maybe we should have everyone come over. I do kind of like having everyone seeing the bunker, but maybe it'd be cool to have them all crowd around the worker bay. And we know there's a worker bay because he just built a worker bot. Then we don't have to have this special case. I do like the bunkers. They look really cool. It might be nice to just have everyone in the bunker. But no, yeah, let's do the worker bay. I've decided. Worker bay. You have to have at least one of these. So I don't have to worry about if it's null. It is impossible to have a worker bot. Well, you could dismantle the worker bay, but not. The quest will fire as soon as you have a worker bot. So you don't have a chance to dismantle it before this quest fires. Or maybe just the worker bot. Just crowd around the worker bot. It'll be by the bay anyway. Okay. So these are the positions we want them in. We don't need this billboard stuff. This is for eating the pizza. We do need the save transform thing. We don't need this part. Okay. This is where it returns them all to their places. Yes. Okay. So this might actually work as is. I don't want to have this many NPCs coming. We'll just like kind of cluster around the worker bot. Let's have like the player plus 3 others. So it's like, yeah, well, I can have a lot of people to introduce. You want to introduce the worker bot to everyone you can, right? Bot pose. And even though this was designed for the bunker, I kind of positioned them in a circle around the center of the bunker, so I'm pretty sure this will work just like having them all circling around the worker bot, like they're all inspecting it. I think it should look good, but I mean that's what testing is for. Bunker. We do not need this open door thing. Worker bots do not have doors to open. Okay. And then we just have to change the text. So. Let's keep this around for a second because I do need to choose which NPCs to actually talk. So Pi has his 2 lines where he's happy to introduce the worker bot. First is Pi. The second is actually worker bot itself. This is actually bot idle, it says. It's not a very smart bot, it'll just say it's idle. Okay. And then if you have a person to talk, we'll have them say something. Hi. That shouldn't be sad, this should be like, okay. Speaker equals NPCs. The 0th NPC if NPC's at length is greater than 0. And then we'll have someone else, if they exist, say something else. And then back to the first guy. Okay. Oh no, this person shouldn't reply unless this person exists. So this will actually be in a section. If there are 2 NPCs, he'll say something and he responds. Otherwise, we'll just have that one line. Alright, then we don't need this anymore. I think a little pause before jumping back to your former positions is good. Alright, now it's time to test. It's exciting. Do I have a pie section yet? No, I do not. Let's make one then. Oh, we do have to get the name of the worker bot, because they actually do get names. Alright. I knew this would happen. They're going to take over all our jobs. Very relevant, right? But then if you have another NPC, they point out, nobody pays us down here, so isn't that a good thing? Okay. And now I just have to replace name. Which one of these? No, this is the closest to what I want here. And so this is pi workerbot 1, and name is workerbot name. Okay. Actually, restart the game. Now, I don't believe I have any saves anywhere close to building a worker bot. That's well into post-demo territory. So, yeah, let's just take this. The only thing I don't like about this save is that it doesn't have a teleportal down by the base. I don't know if I want to share all this stuff right now. Alright, so we need to build the blueprint printer, which is going to need titanium, AI cores. Eventually we're going to need exotic matter. Just give us everything. Okay. Blue. I already gave myself exotic matter. I don't need to. Yes. I've always wanted a friend. Would you make a worker bot in the worker bay for me? Alright, so now... Alright, I'll just jump down to the base. Whoa! That's okay, I can take a little damage. Alright, so now let's build a worker bay. Oh, and you'll see some incomplete models here, but that's okay. Again, so plenty of resources. So let's build a worker bot. Let's see. We gotta just have a gray person for our robot. I do have concept art and the incomplete model for it, but it's not ready yet. That should be, hopefully in a week or so, I'll have its animations and be ready to put in game. Let's actually get far away from it, see if it jumps us over there. It should teleport us there. Yep. What? It's a little crowded. Maybe I should just remove the 2 in the back. Have just the 4 around him. And move those 2, yeah. Beep boop, all systems functional. I knew this would happen. They are gonna take over all our jobs. Well, no one painted down here, so isn't that a good thing? It's the principle of the matter. Okay. So I'm going. I know what I should have. Oh, it's fine. Okay. Ah, didn't give me all my stuff. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. So this is a fine. Let's just build the worker bay, and then just auto save it here, and then I can use a save once I try to figure out what's going on. So pi worker bot 1. What is it? Might have been that. So the problems I had was yeah, so that should work. I think that was the only problem with that. So the other thing was I wanted less. I thought that was a little crowded. So let's I believe it's these 2 that are the ones in the back. Actually, let's just, yeah. Let's see which positions we want. And not have to run away this time. Actually, I'm gonna auto-save it when it's like half built. Save me a little time next time I load. Okay. Maybe I should build faster. Yeah, whatever. Alright. So. It doesn't shuffle these right? Yeah, so. Chef 2 and. Who is it? Miner? Miner, yeah. Chef 2 and one of the miners. So I think these 2 are the ones I don't like the position of. So let's just yoink. Delete them. Oh no, because there's a player. I was thinking that seemed a little odd. So I think it's 0.75 here. Yeah. Actually, I can spread these guys out a little bit. It's not like they're in a crowded bunker. Yeah. You want to take a look, Natalie? Everyone crowding around the worker bot. I'd like to introduce my first sibling, X22A25. So that's working now. Beep boop. All systems functional. I knew this would happen. Yeah, it's gonna take over all our jobs. Well, nobody pays us down here, so isn't that a good thing? Unfortunately, I don't know who says what, so some NPCs are more likely to be sarcastic like that.
It looks like she's gonna fall off the side there.
In fact, because they're just around the worker bot, it could be worse. Like, there could be, like, a structure right here. Well, not right here, or the worker bot wouldn't be here, but, like, really close by. But, so, like, if I load... I need to cancel you. So I can easily like set things up so that like it looks very strange. But usually there's gonna be some space. I could put like I mean theoretically, technically it doesn't stop me from putting a storehouse here. Let's see what happens. I mean that's ridiculous because the worker bot's gonna get kind of stuck. But I mean it does still try to spark the event. This will be interesting. I am very uncertain about that worker bot build speed. Then again, you're not building them that often. Alright, let's see how silly this looks. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, that can be silly. But more likely than not, the worst you're going to have is here. And that's just as bad. Okay. I need to think about this a little. Actually, I can change the camera. That's one of the nice things about doing these cutscenes in bunkers is that you kind of know that there's space in the bunker, you know? You think I should just do this in the bunker? The only reason I thought it might be better to do it by the worker bay is one, you're introducing everyone to the worker bot, and two, it would be stupid, but you could destroy all your bunkers. Even though there's a chance that, like, it's a little crowded around the worker bay? Huh? Okay. I wonder if there's, like, a camera trick. Yeah, so... As long as there's, like, some space in front of it, it looks fine, but it's a big if there with some people. Hello, worker bot. Ah. So worker bots definitely do not have these little events. So what we need to do is, I should have guessed that. The worker bots just get no events. It's just the way they are. So in their get event, stop. Do not proceed. Do not pass go. Actually break. There we go. Do not pass go. No events. That's good. Worker bot. Let's see. You actually working? Worker bot. Where are you going? Oh. Alright, they can't go on top of structures, so you have to go all the way around. I can go on top of structures. It's fun. Look at me standing here. And here he comes to work. Worker bots do have skills, though. Okay. Alright. So, I think that's everything I wanted to do today. All the little events and snippets. The only thing that I don't like, I'm not exactly sure what the right solution is obviously what happens if you're like blocking your worker bay and I want to see that little cutscene. Maybe I just need a code to like hide things nearby. It's probably good. That'll work. That'll work. So I have my solution there. Although it doesn't have to be a structure, I could like build a wall just as easily. Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna take a little thought. So maybe I've been streaming for over an hour. Maybe I'll just end the stream here while I consider what should be done, or if I should just say, you know what, it's okay if the camera's in a weird place for some weird people.